So we're just here at the Winnemucca petroglyphs, and you can see behind me already there's some very large, very deeply cut glyphs and patterns here in the rock. We're going to come back a bit later as well, so the light will be over this side, so we'll be able to see everything on this side. It's kind of in the shade at the moment, so we're going to take a walk around. There's hundreds up here, and they're very deep, and potentially the most amazing thing about them is, in my opinion, is that they date to potentially 14,800 years old. We have more kind of zigzags, quite hard to see because of the shadow, but you can see some zigzags on this particular rock here. So there's all sorts of zigzags and shapes all along the side of this rounded piece of tufa rock. There's more examples just up here. I've just zoomed in. You can see some of the shaping on the rock, just on top of the main part, the Winnemucca petroglyphs here. Wow, look at these. These are excellent examples of the deep cut petroglyphs we find here at Winnemucca. So, very good examples. Let's get close-ups of those. We know that, this potentially is extremely old, 14,800 years. It's anywhere between there and 10,500 years ago, apparently. Because in between there, the lake had risen and then come down again, and these could have been here before that because they show signs of weathering. So we have some beautiful spirals carved on this rock. It looks like this may have fallen down off the main outcrop, but you can see these stunning spirals here. Look at these. Amazing. So this is like classic spiral design we find all over the planet. The fact that it could be 14,800 years, well, between that and 10,000 years, is pretty amazing. Serpents, zigzags, sort of square shapes. We have these whole series of cut marks there. Now that's fascinating because we saw those at Grimes Point, but these are clearly the earlier ones. I mean, look at those. And then we've got the striations, we've got the sort of leaf figure over there, and the great kind of zigzag pattern on this kind of tubular part just over here. These are incredible. So these are potentially the oldest cut marks in the world. They could be older than Göbekli Tepe. This is an eventful moment just to realise this. You've got these very deep cut striations here. More, so big you have to step back. More all up here, kind of like ladder shapes. We have the great star over here. And the leaf here, these are kind of famous ones. So all of these outcrops have just so much going on. I mean, look at this one. It's got all these indentations here. It's got stuff all over it. It's got spirals just here. Just like we saw in the rock that had kind of fallen down. We've got striations all down the side. We just look at these carvings. They're just incredible. Cut marks, striations, we have different designs, zigzags, a leaf design, a star design. So much going on here at Winnemucca, at the petroglyphs next to Pyramid Lake. And just look at this piece. This is like the kind of symbol of Winnemucca. It's a huge boulder. It's got diamond patterns over it. It's got a leaf carving down the side, and behind it is the big star petroglyph. So this is just mind-blowing. I mean, these clearly look like they were carved by giants, not by normal sized people.